Welcome back to Who's Next on the X. I'm your host, Wiley Ray, and I'm with the KZLX production leader, Rae Arleen. Rae, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. So we're going to jump right in, and my first question for you is, who is Rae Arleen?
Well, I'm currently a senior. I graduate in December. I am sure as hell not ready, but I'm currently majoring in creative writing with a minor in audio production.
Awesome. So going into that audio production, what made you want to be a part of KZLX?
Well, okay, to backtrack a bit, I went to community college from August 2020 to December 2021 when I graduated. But when I was looking around to go to places next, I went here, and then I was originally a broadcast production major, and I met Alex Kurt, and I was like, man, this guy's cool. And then I found out that he's like the radio advisor instructor person, and so I guess like just like Alex's general vibe made me want to do radio, but also because talking on the radio is pretty cool in my opinion, and then I'm a musical person anyway, and so just combining my music passion with a professional level just kind of made me want to do radio.
So you like the aspect of being able to speak on the air as well as the music aspect of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna switch it back. We're gonna go to music. So my question for you, Rae, is what were some phases you went through with music?
And like when I was in 8th grade in like 2015, I would be writing songs like My Chemical Romance, where it's all angsty and all that. I kind of got into grunge in like junior year of high school. My recent music project, well, I say recent, but from like a year and a half ago, it's like I was kind of in a dark place mentally, so like music was kind of my outlet for that. But now it's like I write happier songs because it's like, well, I mean, not to get like too sappy on air, but it's like I'm in like a pretty good relationship and like headspace right now. And so I've noticed my music's kind of gotten happier in a way, but I feel like it'll still have where I've always had kind of a dark element to my music, and I feel like it's still gonna have that, just maybe a little less.
Yeah, like no matter what, it's still gonna have that more of a My Chemical Romance or MCR vibe.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, side question. What's your favorite My Chemical Romance song?
Don't make me choose. I guess, like, I don't know. I really like the song You Know What They Do to Guys Like Us in Prison, because it features Burt McCracken from The Used, and that's another one of my favorite bands. And I'm not going to do it right now because it's really loud, but Burt McCracken, well, not him himself, unfortunately, but like his music helps me learn how to do screaming vocals.
Okay.
And what I do for that is I kind of just scream my lungs out. So I'm not doing it right now in the studio because that would be insane. But yeah, so that's my favorite My Chemical Romance song though.
Okay.
Because Bird's on it and he screams and it's cool.
So what are some songs, you mentioned some of the songs for My Chemical Romance. What are some other songs that you really enjoy and that have helped influence your creativeness?
Probably the entire Around the Fur album by Deftones. That one and White Pony right now. Probably my biggest influences at the moment. But also Nirvana's In Utero album. And then I know Courtney Love is kind of controversial, but her the whole album Live Through This, that has influenced me as a songwriter, even though I know she's a controversial person. I have mixed feelings about her, but I don't want to talk about Courtney Love, honestly.
You're good. I heard you play instruments. How many instruments can you play?
Like, play good, or like I'm able to play?
You're able to play. We'll start with that.
Okay, I'm from Illinois, so I was like in the school band in 4th grade, and then I continued it here till graduation. But I picked the clarinet because of Squidward from SpongeBob, because he is such a great role model.
So Squidward from SpongeBob kind of helped influence you to play the clarinet?
Yeah.
Okay. What other instruments do you play?
Well, I've been playing guitar. I think I got my first guitar when I was probably 10-ish. Can't remember how old I was, but But I didn't start taking it seriously until high school. So I can kind of play guitar. It's probably my main instrument right now. I've dabbled with bass a little bit, but not as much as guitar. I can kind of sing and then like scream. While I've been here at Northwest, I've actually been in the studios here in Wells Hall. Well, Studio E was like my place to hang out my first semester here since I wasn't in any clubs. I didn't have a job. So I would just come in here like 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. each night. I would mess around with the MIDI keyboard and Pro Tools and kind of do like synthesizer stuff, I guess. I haven't tried playing drums. I think it would be cool to do, but it also seems really hard. And then I can kind of play the recorder, but that's kind of a joke. It's stupid.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the recorder. I learned how to play that. That's the only instrument I can play. So, we know you really like writing. So, what does writing mean to you?
Well, I guess in like the simplest terms, writing is like making art through words. I
honestly really like that because when you look at writing, it's just like it's just like playing an instrument or singing. It's your art, it's your piece, and it's whatever you make the most of it. And so, I think that's a great way to define what writing means.
And then it's like a hella good outlet too, since I've been writing since I was about 8. And then now I mostly write songs, and it's like a good creative outlet to get feelings out.
So now, you mentioned you write music. What type of genre of music do you write?
It depends on like my mood and also my music inspirations, because I started out kind of writing songs in like 8th grade 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say I'm getting old, but it's like, whoa, that was 8 years ago. So, but anyway, yes, I started writing like quote unquote emo music, where like bands like My Chemical Romance or The Used, or I'd write stuff like them. And then in high school, probably 2018, I got into Nirvana and then like 90s grunge, and I started writing stuff like them. And then in community college, I got into 9 Inch Nails thanks to one of my English professors. And so from that, I kind of like started this one-person band project where it's like Trent Reznor for 9 Inch Nails. He started out kind of a musical project just under, where it's just him, but it was under a band name instead of his name. And so I've toyed around with the idea of that, where I kind of made like a demo album about a year and a half ago, but I have not publicly released it because I want to go back and remix it.
Yeah.
But it just depends on like what kind of mood I'm in. So like anything from like grunge to like I guess like new metal, kind of like Deftones. That's the direction I want to go into. Mm-hmm. But it's like I feel like that would work better in like a full band setting, since I sadly can't play drums. But I mean, it's like, and it's like also I'd be able to have other people's creative input into it as well instead of just my own.
So, we talked about this, but I'm gonna ask this. I heard you like Dr. Pepper so much, so give me a little information on Dr. Pepper.
Like, what kind of information?
What's your favorite thing about Dr. Pepper?
Probably just the way it tastes. Like, most days I start off my day with the Dr. Pepper within at least an hour of waking up. Sometimes 2 hours at most if I have to go to class first. But I have to have Dr. Pepper each day, like in the morning, or at least one serving so I'm normal. It's so bad, I need it to function.
Now, I asked you this before, but I'm going to ask you this again. Dr. Pepper or Mr. Pibb?
Dr. Pepper all the way. Like, I was like, excuse me, sorry. I had too much Dr. Pepper before this.
You're good.
I was like eating breakfast with my boyfriend the other day, and I got Dr. Pepper, and he got Mr. Pibb. And I was thinking, how dare you get Mr. Pibb? But yeah, like Dr. Pepper all the way.
Now, is there any specific flavor or just OG Dr. Pepper?
Depends on my mood. It's like, I'll have Diet Dr. Pepper, I'll have regular, I'll have cherry, I'll have strawberry and cream. That one's pretty good. Apparently, there used to be like a cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm like, I've never seen that one.
Now, I knew that at one time there was a strawberries and cream type of Dr. Pepper. Have you tried that before?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm a fan of the cream soda one myself. Just, it reminds me so much of the A&W, like, root beer cream sodas.
Yeah.
And so, you know, having that, it's like, oh, this is really good. But, no, I saw the strawberries and cream on the shelves once, and I was like, sounds interesting.
That one, but if you have the zero sugar type, I don't usually go for zero sugar. That one's good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Rae, once again for joining me on Who's Next on the X. You can always like and subscribe here. I'm Wiley Ray, signing off for Who's Next on the X. We'll see you next time.